All right, because there was an interaction with your national president, Victor Olojo, and he says that this particular policy will actually put a lot of people out of business. Let me try and understand in real terms right now. AMMBAN specifically is like the association umbrella body which houses all of these operators. In real terms, just how many operators, if you can just state specifically, let's just get some statistics, will be affected by this policy?
By SANEF statistic, data, we have over 1.4 million mobile money agents in the country today. This is an area that has provided job for over 1.4 million in this country. What it means is that if we do not tweak, the CBN does not tweak this policy, these people will be out of job. And you want to consider what Nigerians have been facing since the beginning of this year, and then add that to the loss of job and what their families will face. Some persons will also lose their job who were employed by a POS agent to man one or two outlets for them. So this, to us, is not going to help our economy in any way. This, to us, if the CBN recognizes that we exist, as the policy suggests that we exist, then there has to be a way that we will be catered for. There has to be a way that we will get cash. For ATM, it is self-driven. Banks will lock their ATM and move away. For POS, you need somebody behind the POS to operate it and to exchange cash with customer, and you cannot run that effectively for 24 hours in a day with 20,000 naira access, 20,000 naira cash. So right. It is very important that we look at this from that angle, that for an agent to be effective, you need to have access to more than 20,000 naira. For example, you look at the average withdrawal amount at an agent location. And if an agent is to service between 20 and 50 customers in a day, using 20,000 naira as a benchmark, that means an agent averagely will need between 500 and 1 million naira to be effective in his outlets.
But the agent itself may not be able to, except the agent is a corporate entity, as it were, will not be able to even withdraw such high amount to service.
Even as an entity, as a corporate body, the policy says you can't have access to more than 500,000 in a week.
True.
So you can't even have access to 500,000 in a day.
Okay, so but Shagu, what sort of soft landing can be done right now? The policy should take effect from next year. There is a bit of some time before it takes effect, in as much as the Senate has summoned the CBN come Tuesday next week. But what sort of soft landing is AMMBAN expecting, really?
I listened to the CBN governor, and I believe is open to have this document revised, not reversed, because of course, yes, the cashless policy has been pushed over time and time again, and this is the time to start. But it has to be in phases, and in this regard, we are saying agents, registered agent accounts should have exceptions when it comes to access to cash. We use the same deposit money banks that every other person use to access our cash, and there has to be a way that agents' accounts will be exempted from the restriction to 20,000 naira access to cash. We should have at least, by calculation I did the other time, an average agent serves between 20 and 50 customers daily. Using 20,000 naira as a benchmark, we will need at least between 500 and 1 million naira access on daily basis to be able to serve effectively. Otherwise, the ATM points will be jam-packed again. The banking halls will be so full that the banks will not be able to control and serve. And then we don't want a situation where the country will be in such a disarray that people don't have access to cash. And And if people do not have access to cash, this has to be noted.
All right.
The infrastructure that we have, there are times that you get to a fuel station after you bought your fuel, you want to use your card, and they say there's no network. And then what you do the next time, the next moment is you bring out cash to sort that situation and move ahead. But if you do not have access to more than 20,000 naira and you have expended 15 out of 20,000 naira you have in a day, the remaining 5,000 naira cannot sort the fuel that you have bought.
All right, thank you, Shagun.
Where are we going? Where are we going? So it has to be phased. It has to be looked at again.
All right.
Deeper consultations have to be made.
All right, thank you, Shagun. That's as much as we can take from this conversation. We must say a very big thank you to you for all of the input and the insights that you have brought to this conversation. And we'll follow that story as it is. It is a developing one. The central bank governor is expected to meet with the National Assembly members next week. We'll bring details to our viewers and let them know how things go. Once again, thank you, Shagun. He is the National Public Relations Officer of the Association of Mobile Money and Bank Agents of Nigeria, AMMBAN. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right, that's the size of the show for this week, but we'll leave you with details of how Nigerians are reacting about this policy. I am Justin Akadonia. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.